Hello everybody, it's me, Curly Kel, and I haven't done a video in a while. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing and I haven't seemed to work out a real rhythm or consistent way of filming videos or even consistent topics. As most of you know, if you have been watching my videos, I am calling myself the Recycled Beauty because I have challenged myself not to purchase any new beauty-related products for the entire year of 2012. And so that's sort of my theme for this channel, and it's a little different, I think, than a lot of beauty channels because the topics that I want to cover are more unique to people that are really trying to save money and use what they have. And just really quickly, if you're not used to seeing somebody in a turban like I'm wearing, I don't usually wear them either, but I am putting henna in my hair to make it red and vibrant, and it's a good conditioning treatment for my type of hair. So I need to wear it for a few hours, and I didn't really want to go around with the shower cap all day, so that's why I'm wearing this. I don't know, it's sort of funky, boho. I don't plan on going out though in it. Anyway, so the topic of today's video is how to survive a no-buy. And it sounds a bit dramatic, and when I first thought about doing this video, I thought, okay, this is not like, you know, war, and we're not trying to survive a major trauma or anything. But I am the Recycled Beauty. My channel is about reusing what you have, and so to fit that theme, I did want to talk about tips and tricks for surviving a no-buy. For those of you that are watching, I'm assuming that some of you have done a no-buy at some point, or are considering it, or just are interested in the topic for the sake of listening, I guess. But, you know, I'm going to be honest, it's not war, it's not trauma, but just like with any addiction, purchasing makeup can fall into the category of addiction. We joke about being beauty junkies, and I did a video on you might be a makeup junkie if. And it is sort of funny and silly, but anything really can become an addiction. And I know, just speaking for me, purchasing makeup was starting to feel like a bit out of control for me. And I do have an addictive personality, and if only I could channel that into like health and exercise, I'd be doing wonderful. But you know, when I find something that I really like, I tend to overdo it. And so makeup, I love. I have loved makeup for years, and I don't think there's anything wrong in and of itself in liking makeup, but whenever you do anything to excess, it can become a problem. So I'm assuming some of you can relate to that in one way or another, so if so, then maybe you'll appreciate my tips and tricks for surviving a no-buy. So that's sort of the background and the basis for this video. I hope that makes sense. So my first tip for surviving a no-buy is to set realistic expectations for yourself. Now, I said I'm going to go an entire year without buying makeup. Quite honestly, that's not really realistic for most people. Not even probably for me. I am really having a hard time with it. We're now into the month of April. Tomorrow will be April 1st, and it's been difficult for me, but I knew that I was at a point where I really had to stretch my period of not buying because that's how out of control I was feeling. So that may not be realistic for you. Maybe start with a month, you know, maybe even start with a realistic expectation of only purchasing products out of necessity, things that you need to replace like mascaras, or certain products that are your holy grail or go-to items. When you run out of them, replace them, that sort of thing. So my first tip would be to try to set realistic expectations. The second tip is to avoid things that you consider triggers. So for any of you that are familiar with addictions, you know, I mean, just sort of an extreme example, if you're maybe a recovering alcoholic, a trigger for you might be going into a bar. You know, I mean, that's sort of an extreme example. But as that relates to makeup, a trigger for someone that's trying to avoid purchasing makeup might be watching makeup YouTube videos, or going on one of your favorite beauty Facebook channels, or following certain blog posters. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with those things, and that may not be a trigger for you. I have channeled my watching YouTube videos and looking at different Facebook and blog post about makeup. I've channeled that into trying to find what I have in my collection that I can use to imitate those looks, so that might be a way that you can curb it, but there are certain things I've had to avoid a bit. I used to go on to a very popular Facebook page every single day, like first thing I looked at in the morning. I have to avoid it because I'll see items that I really want and it's a trigger for me. I want it, I want to go get it, I want to get it now. So that's my next tip. The next tip that I'd like to tell you is just kind of like what I said. Try to find ways, creative ways to use what you have. So when you are watching videos or you are following bloggers or you want to come up with a makeup look, try to find what it is that they're showcasing that's maybe new, like the Maybelline color tattoos are a new item that I wasn't able to get. And I've tried to go in and look in my collection to find things that are equivalent or similar that I can then use to try and copy the looks that I'm viewing. So that's a tip for having a fun experience with makeup and reusing what you have. And my final tip for you would be, don't be hard on yourself. A lot of people tend to give up completely when they make a mistake. You know, if you do end up splurging or going out and buying something, as with anything, you know, don't kick yourself. Remember what the point was of your no buy. If the point was to curb your spending, to slow down on something that felt a bit out of control, well, reward yourself in the sense that you should remember the progress that you have made and be positive about the progress you have made and just start over again, you know, and then decide what's important to you. If you are somebody that has extra spending money and you can afford to buy 20 of something that you'll never use, that's your business and nobody else's. And if that doesn't feel out of control to you, then I say more power to you. If it's something though that feels like a problem for you, then just work on it and take it one step at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself, and be happy for your accomplishments. Yes? I'll be done in just like 10 seconds.
Okay.
I'm just wrapping it up.
Okay, wrap it up.
Wrapping it up. Okay, just I'll come in. Okay. I'll have to edit this out. So those are my tips and tricks for you today. I hope it's helpful. I know it's not rocket science, but it's, you know, in line with my theme. And I just wanted to share some things that have worked for me and hopefully they work for you. If you have any other tips or tricks that have helped you to curb your spending or ideas that you want to share with the rest of us, please do. I welcome any ideas you have, and I'm looking forward to filming another video soon about things that I'm running out of, hitting pan on, that have spoiled on me. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.